Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Come on in and join me and say hello. Tell me where you're coming in from. I would love to hear that. Let me know what you did over the weekend or how you're getting your week started. Um, for myself, over the weekend, I did get to spend some time with one of my grandchildren. I also attended a makeup party through a connection that I met through networking, in person networking. I'm all about networking, and it works. You support each other in your business, no matter what type of business that is that you have. So, that particular connection that I have actually has a makeup type business. So I went and supported her with an event that she was having. It was lots of fun. Also got some TLC over the weekend. So that was great as well. So share with me in the comments what you did over the weekend. If your week is off to a good start, if you have any big plans this week, will you be doing some networking this week? I do have plans to do some of that later this week. Online, of course. Did a couple of networking events last week as well. So I'm always meeting new people. And that's very important in your professional world, right? And that's a little bit of what we're going to talk about today, because that's how you start building relationships, right? For your business. And today's topic is a follow-up strategy or business relationships. And that's exactly how they start, is by attending networking events, whether they're in person or online. And I do a little bit of both. So let's dive in. Are you treating your follow-up as a one-off thing, or are you treating it as a long-term relationship? This is very important. Here's the deal. You need to be following up, playing the long game, which means, yes, follow up, ask for a sale softly at first, just to kind of see if they're interested in what you have to offer. Check in on them, but don't go. One thing that people will do is they'll follow up. They'll say, hey, are you ready to buy? Are you ready to work together? And when the prospect isn't ready to buy or move forward and work with them, they move on to the next person and ignore them. That's not good. I'll tell you straight up, that's not. I did that in the very beginning too, when I first started my business, and there's probably a lot of money I left on the table by doing my follow up that way, and it's not a good way to do follow up. Okay, so business doesn't work that way, and especially in today's world, people need more connection. They need more relationships to build that know, like, and trust factor, right? So how can you add value along the way? How can you check in with them and just say, hey, it's been a while. Just wanted to see what's new and exciting. Or maybe you'll recommend a book to them, or maybe you'll recommend something else. It doesn't really matter what you recommend, or maybe you can introduce them to somebody else that may be a good partnership for them based on what their specific business is. Okay. But be there for them with a little sprinkling. Maybe say, hey, I'm still here for you when you're ready, because you never know when they're actually going to be ready to move forward. But when they are, you'll be the first person they think of. That's what follow-up is all about. I could go on and on all day about different ways to follow up. And, I've spoke of this before. Yes, you can do it through emails. Yes, you can do it through phone calls. Yes, you can do it through text messages. Whatever the form of communication is for you and that specific person. I do something that's called a sprinkling method. I send out 3 emails a day, just a hello email, just checking in with you type of email. And this is something also that you can learn about in my launch pad, which I will be doing later this year in September. If you'd like more information, your relationship communications is in that group. I'll be posting it later today, and you can sign up to get on the list to be invited, because this takes place in a private Facebook group. So if you're not a part of that group, you will not have access to the training. It's a free 3-day training that I do. It's called the Networking Method Launchpad. I've done it a couple of times already this year, and I plan to do it again in September. So signups are open and available for you to sign up for that training. That's a little bit more about it. You go from nothing to networking. And when you are networking, you are building those relationships to help build your business. That's what networking is all about, is meeting new people and starting to build those relationships with those people that you meet. Okay. So this 3-day event kind of gives you some tips and tricks on how to do that, how to build your network, with those people that you're meeting through your networking efforts. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you're networking in person or if you're networking online. This will work both ways. So again, I'll be posting about that in the Relationship Communications Facebook group, and you can go ahead and sign up to get invited to the private Facebook group where the actually 3-day event will be taking place. I think it's September 15th, if I'm not mistaken. No, I think that's wrong. I think it's September 10th will be day 1. Let me double check. Yes, September 10th will be part 1 of this 3-day training. So if you want to go ahead and put that on your calendar, like I said, in the Relationship Communications group, I will post where you can sign up for it and be invited to that private Facebook group where it takes place. Also want to invite you to our next networking mixer. Relationship Communications also does a once a month networking mixer, and June 24th is our next mixer. It's at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. There will also be a place in the Relationship Communications group for you to sign up for this event. You don't want to miss it. It's a great place to meet new people. It's a networking event for sure. We do breakout rooms. We have questions, to help start the conversation, all the things to help you start building your network. So I do hope that you'll make a note of both of these events. June 24th at 6 p.m. Eastern is the networking mixer. And then September 10th is when the 3-day launchpad will start. The networking method launchpad will start on September the 10th. It's a 3-day event. You're going to learn a lot, I promise, about networking, how to do the sprinkling I'm talking about, and so much more. So please put these dates on your calendar, and I hope you make plans to attend. And if you have any questions about follow-up strategies, or, maybe you want to question the specific way that you're doing your follow-up currently, we can have a discussion about that. I'd be happy to talk to you about it. So just reach out if you have any questions about what I shared today, or maybe you want to set up a follow-up strategy that works best for your business. We can also discuss that. So reach out if you'd like to have a conversation, and I will see you again soon.